feel like it reaches a point where you need, number one, to take accountability and say, here I failed, you know. And God denying you to divorce is not making God a bad God, it's making you a foolish woman. If we're being honest, because you ending up you ending up at a place where you've put yourself, has anyone put you? And there are a lot of other factors that would, you know, would justify it, but
It's not that black and white.
People who have issues
why
already
is
with
it though? Because if you look at it, you'd see his friend knows he's like this and like this. And then we also talked about having accountability partners when we're talking about our whole dating thing. Yeah, it shouldn't just be you and him, you know. Get your friends involved. Don't make marriage a serious thing, because it is a covenant. Do you know what a covenant is? There's a story in the Bible of this guy. He made a covenant to the Lord. He said after war, the first person to walk into the door, the first thing to come to the door was sacrifice. His daughter walked in. He was bound to his word. He had to sacrifice his daughter for the Lord. So if you're looking at this from a biblical perspective, then no matter what, it is a covenant between God, between man, and between your spouse. Yeah, surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, because at a wedding the people. No.
So then I have a question to you on that. How do we solve this problem? Because if you, let's say it's your daughter or your sister who is in an abusive marriage, are you going to let them be beat to death?
What?
There has to be a way to solve that problem.
How to solve it? I can't tell you. I can tell you what I believe. But I also believe here, the Bible says, raise up your children in the ways of the Lord, and they will not depart from him. I feel like, number one, if you get a man or woman who loves the Lord, you automatically genuinely loves the Lord, because there are people who say they're Christian and they're not. There are people who say they love the Lord and they're not. So you finding a person, a spouse who really loves the Lord, saves you from so much.
It does,
so
but you see,
much.
you're still talking about preventive measures. Now we're,
Now
I'm
we're
asking
talking-
about
so
someone
she's
who's
in the
already
situation.
there.
No,
Yes.
it's
What do
too
you do?
late.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
You should die.
Bro, me, I'm not. That's for her and her
So
God.
you're leaving your daughter in an abusive relationship.
Me, I'll raise up my daughter in the
No,
ways
here's
of
the
the
thing.
Lord.
No, here's the thing.
Okay, what if she didn't accept the ways of the Lord?
Huh? Then that's not my daughter.
I don't like where this is going.
Because God made me a
Hey,
promise. God made me a promise. No, in the sense that
Yo.
my daughter will. Not that I'll betray her or I'll step aside from being a father. But the Bible says, if I raise her in the ways of the Lord, then she will not
I'll be a
depart.
supportive
So
uncle.
I will never have a daughter who will not love the Lord. Because God has made me a promise.
Never. You would never.
Hey,
Or never.
Where? So let
And
me
I'll-
ask you a question.
Okay, fine.
So God forbid your dad starts beating your mom. Ole wake.
That's impossible. Why? He and her did their due
You see, now you're
diligence.
going around the question because
No.
you are so focused
You're
on
going around
preventing.
the reality.
No. You're only focused on preventing that from happening.
Yeah. So now what if it's
but
already
there are
happening?
people. Okay, let's say you didn't know the Lord. You got married before you got saved. Now you're married and you know Jesus Christ.
No,
Sindio?
that's when I don't know.
So then what do you do exactly? So now, because we
pray.
need to give tools
He said we pray.
for people who are already there. You get?
No.
The people who are already in that situation.
No, we need
People
tangible
who fall
solutions.
into abuse, first of all, are people who are already emotionally susceptible. People who take it, people who don't see the patterns, are people who already have emotional issues. Either maybe they were in an abusive family, or maybe they have tendencies within them that take on, like people who have this, what's this love language called?
Anxious
attachment.
type.
Yeah, like you're more likely to take more nonsense from other people
Yeah,
than a
'cause you
regular
fear
person
losing.
regularly would.
Yeah.
And I feel like this God, or like biblically, these rules that are stated unto us, like to what extent are we supposed to really narrow down onto it, and to what extent is God himself going to even hold us accountable for it? Like, is he really that freaking petty? That's really the question
here's
that
the
we're
thing.
asking
petty.
ourselves.
I feel like he's
Is he really
not.
going to be
Because,
that petty? Like, genuinely speaking,
No, what matters is
it's never like those rules that are just laid down over there. It's like this and this and this standard. Like,
You understand?
To me,
He's
they're-
not that petty. I don't believe God is like that. I,
I don't
believe
think
Then
God.
you don't
is-
believe in the God
No,
that's
here's the
love.
thing.
I don't believe in a God that is like
Tara,
that.
Because
you can't
your
say
God
that
sounds like a
because-
tyrant.
No,
like,
because-
look,
Your God
give me-
sounds like a tyrant.
No,
He
because
does.
Your God
the
sounds like a
rules.
tyrant.
So
Something
no,
with
because
rules.
sounds
To what
like a
extent are
tyrant.
you
Okay,
going
guys,
to?
guys. One
Bro,
person at a time.
aye.
All
let me-
right. You're saying that okay, God is.
Okay.
If no one goes to heaven because they did everything right.
Yeah.
We know that for a fact, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think
And
you
you're
will
allowed to
not
make
go to
mistakes.
heaven because you divorced.
Yeah.
It is by
Because you needed to get out of a bad
Yeah,
situation.
let me say you can't get out of a bad situation and you need to go to hell for it. But it doesn't mean when you do right because it's justifiable, it makes it. When you do wrong, just because you're wrong is justifiable, doesn't turn it around and make it right.
make it right. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I get you.
So-
okay,
Yeah,
it's
that's
wrong, it's
true.
wrong, it shouldn't happen.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we should
So
do
let-
everything in our power to do everything that to make sure it doesn't get to that. Essentially, is what Tori is trying to say, right? Because if there is anything that you can do to keep yourself from falling into an abusive relationship, then do that. Do everything in your power to prevent that from happening. So
Ideally.
that ideally, yes. Okay.
Ideally. Okay.
Alright. Can we move on, guys? Is everyone happy?
Let me conclusive statements. If you're in an abusive relationship, if you're in an abusive marriage,
Find help. Get help.
Because just saying just leave is, it's not easy.
Also, all
It's
the
not
finances,
easy.
even financially.
Yeah.
Much better financially,
Because even-
psychologically.
Because
Because
even
like
by
what
the
you
time
said,
they're staying there and they're being abused, there's an essence of love still.
Stop it. Get some help.
let me tell you what
No.
Polly was trying to say is
Because sometimes
abusive
they could
people.
be, you know.
Listen, abusive people
narcissistic
they start breaking you down psychologically, emotionally. Before he ever lays a hand on you, your self-esteem is on his
breaks
palm.
you.
Like
It's in the
this.
gutters.
It's in the palm of his
Exactly.
hand.
They have
Okay.
tactics with the
He
way they
can
work.
bend you
Like
to
a
his will.
supervillain, bro.
Legit, that's exactly what
Abusers
they
are
are.
evil.
So by the time he starts beating you, you can't even fathom the thought of leaving him. Do you get? So you need help. You need an outside perspective. You need a support system.
Being a
That
woman
will-
is hard.
It. Kai,
Wow.
don't even. Anyway. So the stories I've listened to of people who've been in abusive relationships and left were able to leave because they had a support,
A support
system,
system around them.
outside their relationship.
Yeah.
And you find it becomes even more difficult for people who've
And
been
narcissistic
successfully
people even remove
isolated.
your support system from you.
Eh,
They
they
isolate
are
you
meant-
completely.
They will
That's
do
what-
that
they have a
on
tendency
purpose.
to do
That's
that.
one
Purposely
key indicator of an abusive partner.
They
by the way.
isolate
They
you
isolate
from
you
your
from
circle.
everything.
You have to ditch
and
your
keep
friends
you
with this
alone.
person.
Yeah.
If they don't like your friends, they don't like your family at host, you have to please
That's
you
a red
step away
flag.
from them.
Yeah, that's a big red flag. Do
Huge.
not ignore that one, please.
Yes. Walk
Yes.
away. I don't care how much you love him. It's not love. There are many people in this world. 8 billion to be exact. So you will find another. God is a provider.
Amen.
Anyway, so let's move on to friendships as we conclude. Have you ever had to deal with fake friends? And how do you handle that?
Yes. Oh God, yeah. This one kind of hits close to home, to be honest. I won't go into specifics, but I was slided in a way, and by someone I didn't see coming. How did I deal with it? A part of me really wanted to fight them. When I found out what they did, I was this close to going to the house. Niwachape. Alafu ambie wazazi wake kenye alifanya. But what I did was I just let it be, man. And that's not easy. That is so hard because you feel so out of control, and that's a toxic trait. I can be a bit of a control freak, so for me to practice that was very hard, but I'm grateful I did because it gave me the chance to just step back and truly look at this person, and I realized, oh, this guy showed me who he is. It's just I just didn't look, I just didn't open my eyes to see. So on one hand I was mad at myself because he's just who he has always been. But also, nilijipatia grace kasema I was blindsided. I was at a particular stage in my life where these were the type of friendships I was making, the people I was attracting. I just respect that moment, and yeah, but obviously now we're not friends. Yeah, I cut them off. Yeah, I keep my distance at least. Yeah.
Sorry?
Mine's a bit similar to this guy. I was done dirty by my friend. I really didn't. I think he was probably my closest friend. Yeah, like I never seen it coming. Matter of fact, he was there, you know, cause of me. Yeah. So yeah, I was done dirty, and like, how did I deal with it? So at first I was vexed. I was actually on the verge of going to the house. Tutu said, you know, and fighting them. Then I realized, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I don't even, like, I couldn't fight because, you know, I need to respect myself. I can't lose on both sides, you know. Can't lose my anger and lose that. Yeah, bro. I have to win somewhere. Like, I just decided, let me respect myself. I can't fight this guy. Like, each time I saw him was hella hard, bro. You know, and unfortunately, there was no avoidance to it. It's like I did my best, and like it pulled me to a dark place. And then it reached a point where mine changed a bit weird. I had gotten out of the shower, and like I looked into the mirror. I was like, hey, I'm fine.
Wow! Beautiful!
I can't be feeling bad in a fight like this.
You said you're him. Respect.
And yeah, and like from that moment, it started changing. And like I realized
You're that guy.
someone, you know, like, I opened my phone, like, hey, this guy is ugly anyway, you know? Like, there's no way this is the
No,
guy who's
honestly,
making me fool.
Honestly, sometimes you have to get there. Sometimes you just have to look yourself in the
Like,
mirror and say you're him.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no way this guy is going to get to me.
way.
No.
So I was like, I check guy. And then it's like that made things a whole lot better. And then now I decided to like, I had just decided to bring on into the picture to help me deal with it. And my brother as well. So my brother was like, you guy, this life things, my brother is very carefree. He's like, and this life things happen. God is still God. You just, you know. And that's literally how I did it, you know. I just went on with it. And then the time I realized, forgiving is for myself, it's not for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just went and told them, forgive me, thought, like, we'll never be friends like what before. But like, there's too much effort being enemies anyways.
Yeah.
So I just there, like, if he greets me, I'll greet him back. You know, this and that. And that's how I dealt with it. Oh, and a lot of prayers, bro. Because, I was like, have you ever sat down and planned
I mean, I was angry at the Lord.
you're going to all the bad things you do to this person?
Yeah.
Bro, and like, no, I that the amount of anger I got from that, I was like, that's a bit dangerous, you know. That needs intervention. It's a lot of prayers as well. So
Yeah,
those
I was
three.
angry at the Lord. I won't even lie to you. Yeah.
Okay. Polish.
For me, it was, I think, a group of people. Just like an entire group has.
Hey.
Attacked him.
Nimekipitia bana.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I was done dirty by
Oh no.
a group, and I was like, okay, but but all of you are supposed to be my friends. Like, umerukwa kipetero kiesu. Like,
Bro, all of them, you.
it was. It's very controversial. No, not I'm the problem.
You said you're the problem.
No, there was a shadiness and there was something within the group. There were already serious issues of elements within that group that I would see but I would ignore. I was like, and then when something happens and then like some crazy drama just happens and I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, hey, all these people, I have to. And that
So
was like
that's how
those are like the people I was hanging out with, like
They were
genuinely. So now it's like now there's nobody because you guys kept me away from talking to other people and whatever. So now I'm just here.
So you
alone.
cut them off. That's how you dealt with it.
That's what I do. Hey, that's
No,
what
I feel
had
you.
to-
Because I also
that's
did
what
the
I
same
had to-
thing. Yeah.
I had to,
Yeah.
our whole group, I had to be like, hey, I'm backing off. And in fact, life got so much. Let me tell you, life got better.
Yeah,
And
it
it
gets so
got
much
better.
better. It gets
It
so
got
much
better.
better.
That's the thing.
You realize.
You
Immediately
realize,
after,
oh my God.
hey, I was
my
like,
quality
I
of
was
life
happy.
is so much better without
Yeah.
this person. Yeah.
Like when I was in there, I was depressed. I'm always stressed. They're getting me into trouble. I'm like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
I said, God.
You realize.
That was deliverance. That was God saying,
what?
this
Yeah.
one, Watoy.
What
Like,
God has
Watoy.
saved you
That
from.
was God's
Yeah.
That was
intervention.
God saying what Toy was saying.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
God has in store for
How
you.
about you?
You look like no one's ever hurt you. Ness. You're just always jolly, happy.
And she's
You're
always
just
smiling, and she's saying hi to everyone, and she's
You'd
hugging
think,
you.
The person who hurts you and makes you change. The podcast like this, the group, the whole cast, the camera guys. No, we're going.
We're coming
You're
for
going.
you.
We're coming. We're coming.
We're coming for you.
Thank you. I think honestly though, I can't think of a moment where I was done dirty by a friend.
Me, I want your friends.
No. You want my friends? We can share. But also, I'm not sure if that's because I'm around good people or if it's because I'm very defensive. Like I can be nice to. I have a lot of acquaintances and I have a few friends, but it's very hard for me to open up. Like I have this innate insecurity emotionally, so I'm one of. I don't know if it's low-key a toxic trait, but
It helps you sometimes.
it kind of helps sometimes. Like I'd rather assume, like I operate assuming that you're out to get me. Does that make sense? Means like no, no one is perfect.
so you stay
You're going to make a mistake. So let me give you in just enough of myself that I know I can deal with. Like if you, let's say I gave you like an eighth of my heart. I'm comfortable giving you that because I know even if you mess it up, that's a small enough portion that I can clean it. No,
You
Like,
come in
that's
expecting
dirty.
the worst.
I
that's what
kind
I'm
of
saying.
do.
Betrayal doesn't impact you as much, even when you give that eight.
Not really. It affects me in that I get angry at myself because I didn't see it coming.
Oh yeah, that's a bit.
So that's another. It's a whole other like way of looking at it. Maybe. So maybe I've been betrayed, but I don't know because I've been myself.
Maybe this is a toxic trait. But there's not once I can look at myself and think Anya was the bad
That's
person.
crazy. That's
It's not that I
I
was.
think
the,
that's a pro. I
it's
think
not that I
I
was
think I
a
need
bad
help.
person.
That's
It's
toxic.
that you know, like how if you get cheated on, and then but when you find out they were cheating, you realize there were signs, but you left
Just
them.
ignored them,
You left them.
yeah.
You ignored them.
Yeah.
So
My
there are
red
people
flags
who
now.
would like.
Red flag
be-
me in duvet, ni red duvet, no. Imepakwa
Looking
dye.
for the bulls.
Man,
Yeah, I think we've all been there.
so, but
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay. So we're done?
Yep.
Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Please share, like, comment, do all that good stuff. And until the next time.
Yeah, you're liking and sharing too much, but you're not following enough. We're getting thousands of views and tens of followers.
We appreciate the
So,
engagement,
yeah.
guys. Thank you.
Keep watching.